In a world fractured by conflict and inequality, where headlines often overshadow the human spirit, there are untold stories that need to be heard. Today, we have a chance to give it. We will explore what it means for leader to have their voice and what is the action to do. Today, we are honored to sit with someone who dedicated their life to support communities and people. This conversation will unearth the real stories and let us seek action, and for the audience to help build the support. Stay with us as we speak with the individuals who are driving impact and action. Listen to the voice of many people.
فرح، شفتك وحكيت معك. مشهورة غزة، طمنين عنك. فرح, tell me who you are, what you are doing.
Hello everyone, it's Farah from Gaza. Actually, before this start, I was entrepreneur and especially artist, just artist. I do art, handicraft, creating beautiful jewelries and accessories. This is my passion. I have started business, so it led me a lot in creating a small business. Okay, but after this genocide, I have to leave my home and my workspace, everything, and displaced from the north to the south. And for 15 months, I have no my business. Joy Pieces is stopped is in the north and I'm in the south. So I have just to think what I can do. I have started to go to workspace to see people, to meet them, to find a job actually. So I have seen that there is a lot of freelancers here in Gaza working during in this genocide and just try to have projects, jobs, everything. So I have launched Gaza Talents. Gaza Talents is about a platform that based on recruitment Gazan people with the clients outside Gaza. And I have worked in several things, social initiatives, social organizations, NGO. My major is a program officer in an NGO to help people here in Gaza, writing their stories and their struggles into a proposal and a program to find their solutions. And also now ruled a whole store for women here in Gaza have their talents in handicrafting to sell these products. And inshallah, after the cross will open, we will inshallah deliver all these talented products to the whole world. So my major now is program officer in NGO and rule a whole store, Ilham store and Ilham initiative. It's another initiative, and also Ilham store globally. It's a whole website. So this is what I'm doing now.
Thank you, Farah. Thank you a lot. It is fascinating to see the whole passions and commitment from your side.
See what I can do. Okay, no worries.
So, Farah, not everyone knows what is till now, unfortunately, with all the destroy and the damage happening in Gaza, what is going on there, especially the Western. So, how is the life there? How the difficulty to find a job? How the difficulty to be passionate and to be innovative? Right now, you mentioned a lot of initiative, a lot of job and role you did. You do more than we do. You keep jumping from organization to another organization as normal. I'm surprised. So tell me, how is the current situation right now? How does it look like if your morning, when you start your morning?
Okay, actually, this morning I've made a documentary how we start our morning every day. Actually, now I'm not displaced. At least this is one that I'm so lucky in. So alhamdulillah, I'm not displaced. I'm moving home maybe 3 months ago. Okay, so I have my home, but other people, a lot of people, about maybe more than 170,000 homes are destroyed. So these people are living in a tent now in this situation. Okay, so you woke up every day. There is no gas to be just informed. There is no gas here in Gaza, so you have to make some fire to make your coffee. Every day, I wake up just make some fire to make my coffee. Okay, I
Like
have my
every day.
coffee. It's an experience. So after I have my coffee, find a workspace that have internet and electricity. It's so hard. No gas, no electricity, no internet in Gaza. All the infrastructure and the needs is destroyed. We are not talking about homes or places that they're destroyed. We are talking about the whole services in Gaza is destroyed. So after have your coffee, you have to go to a workspace that have internet and electricity because you cannot have an internet or electricity in your home. When you want to go to your workspace or just office you have to work and there is no transportation because there is no solar. There is no transportation, so we walk. We walk 3 miles, 2 miles, 2 kilos, 3 kilos, as you want. Then you finally reach your workspace that provide internet and electricity, but it's not so stable. Yani, you maybe in this meeting, I hope it's not. Maybe the just internet cut off because it's not stable. You have a limit hours, about 6 hours in the days that you have just internet and electricity, and after that you can leave to your home that there is no internet electricity. So and during this way, this transportation that we are working on from my home to my this workspace or to this office, there is a lot of scenes. Okay, people in tents, children and just running for a water. Children with no food. There is no food now in Gaza. All the crossings are closed, so it's a huge, and it's again a famine and hunger here in Gaza. So these are a lot of scenes and destroy houses, rumble, and even in these scenes, you can find hope. Okay, so you can find women have to feed their children, running on their children, that they are really hold their hope that their need to make at least their children's and for them alive. So it's actually cannot be described. Just have a lot of scenes and then you reach your office, you have to remove everything to just focus on your work, and then you finish your work and shut down and then have this scene again. Okay, this is too much for lives. So this is the crisis now, but finding a job, it's more hard because I said about the internet and electricity, and if they are not stable, let me just say there's not a lot of our clients outside Gaza can work with not stable workspace or internet electricity with a freelancer or something. So it's hard to find a job. Actually, it's so hard, but you always have it try.
All what you mentioned, it's heartfelt for me to listen for that. And if we have, as a normal people, one challenge, if we have, if I start my day and I don't have gas because it's no gas, nothing more than that, I can start my day because I don't have my coffee. So imagine your day from start to end. It's a lot of challenges and a really challenge and devastating everywhere. So what does keep you motivated not only to keep going, also to support the other?
Okay. Seeing the other trying. Beside me here, we have two colleagues from university. So during this challenge, they are need to keep their study. Okay. Student colleagues with my way to the workspace. Actually, I have seen some children just read their books. There is no schools in Gaza. No any school. All the schools are destroyed and stopped. And it's a shelter now. It's a shelter people just live in. Some students need to learn. Some children need to learn. Some children just making some toys. Some toys from tin shelter. Seeing other tries. Seeing people here and we're in their workspace. Actually, I'm so happy and I'm so lucky that till now, after 17 of this genocide, I didn't lose anyone from my family. But here in the other room, this workspace, I have a lot of girls that they lost their husband, their children, their families, their brothers, and they keep trying, they keep working. So I just see them and tell myself, I'm lucky than them. I'm luckier than them. So why I have to stop? They are trying. Um, also, actually collecting hope from others and seeing anyone tries
Absolutely, we
give me
don't want
hope.
you to stop. We need you to keep going. And unfortunately, I keep saying for you every time. I feel very sorry because we need to motivate you to keep going, and you do that in the other way. You keep me motivated, and you give me every time I see you. I feel more motivated. I see there is no excuse. If Farah can do it, shame in me not do it. Farah with all those struggle and she can do it. She can laugh. So Farah, I was originally a registerist, started my career working in the ICU, then moves into technology. So every time I try to get more insight about the medical team and the health status in Gaza. So tell me in nutshell, how is the situation there? We keep hearing there is no hospital, they pumping the hospital and the team also there from the ambulance team and even they better the healthcare team and professional and doctor. So from your perspective right now, when you have, luckily, alhamdulillah, you are not die and not on your family. But if you have something, for example, headache, stomach pain, whatever, how you go for the clinic? How you go for the hospital?
There is no hospital. Some pharmacies are working, but there is no painkillers here in Gaza. No any medicine, nothing here in Gaza. Actually, the last proposal I worked on, it's about health. Okay, we want to make physiotherapy point for every injuries here in Gaza. The health sector is a disaster, really a disaster for us here in Gaza. Actually, Gaza Strip, it's a small place. Gaza Strip as all, but now it's separated. We have north. I'm in the north, in the city, mid city, and there's north Gaza, and we have the south. In the city, Gaza City and the north, we have just one hospital working, one hospital with every day hundreds of injuries, hundreds of people need to be in the hospital. One hospital just working. It have just working on acute. In medicine, I have just researched and make a lot of research about acute situation. Just making him alive with low potential, just making him alive, and they have to tell him to leave the hospital because they have another injuries. So we cannot visit. For me, for Farah, cannot visit hospital. Cannot.
Mm.
You can just
So if
visit your
anyone have a chronic disease like blood pressure, diabetes, all those is not part from the
no,
treatment. They only looking for life-threatening and acute cases.
just, and they can just keep them in the hospital 1 month and then ask him to leave, even if his situation is danger. And a lot of them live in a tent, and so we keep this injury in a tent with no any care. Okay, so it's a disaster actually. It's a holy disaster. So for me, if I need any painkiller, I can buy them from the market. Even the pharmacies have no medicines. I just buy it in the market if it's original, if it's working, if it's a really painkiller. I don't know anything about the medicine for me. He told me that this is a painkiller, so I buy it. If it work. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So yeah, the health
God,
sector. Yeah,
God
it's
bless you. So the health sector, it's destroyed, and
totally.
that's crystal clear. So while you are working with the outside, try to find you try to do the hub between outside and Gaza. Is this is the same apply with the health sector to find support for me, maybe what by specialties to work with them like through the telemedicine or getting any advice or upgrade the team like what you are doing? Is this is feasible for them or also it's something is hard? I mean, this team is working more than 17 months 24/7. I can understand how they are exhausted. So anyone work with them, anyone support them, even if there is no things to do for the patient, to give them the psychology support, looking for their wellness and being. Do you know about anything about from this with the physician and nurses in Gaza if they have any support from outside?
Sure. Actually, after the case fire, the hospital and the health sector work hardly because even in the north of Gaza, before the case fire, before it had started, they cannot even work. They can be killed, and they have can be killed everywhere. Okay, and they have taken them from the hospitals. But after the case fire, maybe some potential have entered Gaza, and some بس تقاطع. where have where have stopped. Okay.
حكيتي لما كان بعد الحريقة اللي صارت الشباب بدهم يحاولوا يسووا شيء
Yeah, they
ما
have to
كملتي.
they have to return to build it. But this is after all the ceasefire. Before it, it was so hard, so hard. Everyone, they have to maintain something. They enter the hospital and burn it. So after the ceasefire, they started, and they are working now on medical points, physiotherapy proposal, as I said, and then we sent to World Health, to other organizations, especially in the health sector, and sure, it's working. Now we have some medical points that can be working, but this is after the ceasefire, after 15 months, and now it's stopped again because the war is retired.
Farah, based on your information, maybe this is a silly question for you, but this is the reality. If someone depressed, how they will get support?
I don't know.
Or this is not in your dictionary as a Palestinian. There is no depression.
Exactly. We just adapt to do depression. You are depression and you complete your work, complete your life. Actually, maybe I'm in a depression, but I have nothing to do. So we don't believe in depression. Get your depression and complete your life.
I know that because you don't have any other choice. But if this is something is available, do you think this is can be during all the OS initiative to think about also, because all of who live in Gaza and in Palestine overall, especially in Gaza, they have a trauma. This is no doubt about it. But it seems right now, because the priority is not to treat the trauma, to stop the war and to treat those who is in the life threatening. But speaking about all the psychological aid, that mean right now nothing on the place, right?
No. Do you want my opinion, honestly? You don't need, for me, just imagine that I have a therapy sessions. What I can say, we cannot even describe what we feel. We cannot talk about our feelings. Okay, all the night we are listening for pumping and people killed, everything. What I can say during this is a genocide. Whole genocide. Burn peoples, kill people's injuries, children, widows. It's a whole disaster and it's awful. It's totally awful. But I don't know. For people just keep saying about psychology initiatives and therapy sessions. What I can say, a lot of people actually offer me therapy sessions and just keep talking what I'm facing. What I can say, this is not a priority, and I don't think that we really need this. We need just the war stopped. We need some needs, some food, some gas, some solar. Maybe this is just keep silent. We just need to keep silent.
Yeah, based on the Maslow needs, I understand the safety and the foods. This is more the priority.
Yeah,
And
sure.
for sure, the psychology is important. But yeah, you cannot sit. I understand. Sit in the therapy, discuss your feeling like nothing is happening around you or behind you, nothing bumping, and speak about your feeling. Then go out to your normal life. It's very hard. Nothing.
No, nothing. Yeah. So
Nothing.
this is not a
Nothing.
solution.
Nothing. Just to speak up. Just to speak up, try to regulate your emotion, and mashallah, God give you the power to do that. But everyone try to do something to support you in Gaza, and also to see some passionate like you doing a good job. So try to find a way how we can support you with our resource. And again, most of those initiative came as individual, even though we try to push
Sure.
on our government, that not necessarily our government do what we are doing. So as a human, we try to connect with you. And here,
I know.
where is my next guest here? I like to introduce her, Iona. Iona, she is connected with you. She tried to help you and based on what she can do. And from there, I connect with her, and both of us become a friend because of you. So also you help us to build the community outside of Gaza and to build all those community who is supporting Gaza. So Iona, please, and Farah together, tell me about your initiative what you are doing and how you start to support Gaza people through your platform and English. Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but your volume still low.
Let me see if it works if I unplug my headphones.
Okay,
Is this a little better?
much better.
Okay, hi. Just a moment. Nice to see you both. Good morning or good early afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Well, yeah, so I run a platform. It's verbivore.app, and we make courses for academic and professional English. So everything from IELTS preparation to business English, exam vocabulary, and grammar. And something that's really important to me is social mobility through education. Education is one of the most powerful tools that we have to help people improve their lives. And I'm in a very lucky position in that I have a company, and I see having a company as a technology and a tool to be able to affect change where you perhaps wouldn't be able to do it without an incorporated entity. So I try and partner with NGOs that are working specifically with migrants. So we partner with an NGO in the UK. This is Svitlo Education. And then we have some partnerships in Malta, Halfa Outreach, the Women's Migrant Association, Spark 15, and Blue Door Education. And I think I came across Farah's work on LinkedIn, and I was just completely inspired. As you said, you know, sometimes you feel a little demotivated or you feel a little bit burnt out. And when you see the work that she's doing and Salshabil and their community is doing, and they're doing it under such difficult conditions that I think we can't even begin to imagine, you really realize, like, I have no excuse not to get up and work and try to make a difference. So, yeah, I saw her on LinkedIn. I reached out to her. We scheduled a call. We met. And we actually had a great response from the talents who wanted to have access to the platform. And we onboarded them. And that's it pretty much. We give the talents access to all of our courses for free. Actually, last month we published a medical English course, which I'm really proud of. It's really interesting to hear what you're saying, Farah, about the prioritization of resources rather than therapy. I think it's an obvious thing, no? It's like, you know, Maslow's pyramid of needs is maybe you don't need to be talking about all of the horrors you're experiencing, but you could really do with antibiotics or medical equipment. So, and I think what you were saying about hope is really important, because you might say, well, why is it useful for them to have an English course, you know, especially if maybe they don't have access to internet all the time. And actually, I've seen that your talents are some of the most active on the platform. And I think that really speaks to their dedication to learn, their need for a distraction, but also this hope that things are going to get better. And when they get better, they want to be prepared. They want to be better equipped for the workforce. And if they decide to leave, or if they're able to get out, things like this medical English course, I think, will be really useful, because we cover everything from appointments with GPs, advocating for yourself in a pharmacy. And we also have a full chapter on women's health. When I was learning Spanish, I got to like a B2 level, and then I had to go to the doctor, and I was like, I don't know how to talk about women's things. Nobody ever covered that in my English classes. So trying to bridge the gap between something like Duolingo, which is very gamified and, you know, gives you a lot of dopamine, but maybe doesn't go far enough when it comes to professional English or English for things like medical situations. So I'm really proud of the partnership that we have with Gaza Talents. I'm really grateful to Farah for helping me facilitate that, and people like you who are also trying to form community outside of Gaza and push things forward.
Thank you, Iona. Thank you. Just one thing here to highlight it for everyone. When I arranged for this and it came for to the date and the time where Iona told me she has a doctor appointment to go for her appointment. So I told her we can reschedule it. She told me no, we will make it. I will make it. I will make it. So this is Farah where came. Every time we try to make everything for Palestine and Gaza, the maximum we try our best to not have any excuse to do any delay or not doing the right things. So now from your perspective or from videos of the Iona, tell me how the team and the people there they get benefited from Iona platform. And what I understand from here, there's active people, active users, they already keep using the system.
Farah, can you correct me? Are you still working directly with Gaza Talents?
Yeah, sure. I have left, but all the team are working in Gaza Talents.
So anyone who is associated with Gaza Talents, if they get in touch with Salsabil or Farah or anyone who's working there, they can express their interest in joining the platform. I just need an email address and a name to be able to onboard them, and they will have immediate access. Anyone else who is working with an NGO in Palestine or Gaza and who would like to collaborate with us, we're very open to that as well. So yeah, anyone who wants access to the courses for free can just get in touch.
Actually, this is just an addition, Anas. For me, Farah, I have this access. I can use Iona courses, everything also for free. I'm the first person from Gaza Talents that she offered this. Just give me your email and create me a user, everything. So Iona support and everything she offered to Gaza Talents, it's really appreciated, not especially for Gaza Talents, for the Gazans people. And actually, even personally, she helped me a lot, giving my hope, asking always, just keep us that, just tell me that you're in my mind. I think if you just, so this is totally appreciated. I really love talking to her.
Yeah, okay. So Farah, now you share a little bit your experience about the platform. So tell me more about your experience and other experience and how this is very helpful, the initiative Iona did. And is your English good? Because for Iona platform, this is why you speak very good in the English.
I would just like to interrupt there. Farah spoke very good English before we met. She's always, the entire time I've known her, she's spoken English brilliantly. Maybe my platform is just a plus. We have little, phrasal verbs, idioms and expressions, but her English always top notch.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Yeah, actually, she said that. Actually, when I was working on job basis, I have a lot of meetings with foreign peoples, with NGOs. They are so admired to Palestinian art and how these are art craft. Actually, also my business based on recycling and reusing. Let the solid materials, wires, plastic, and the glasses, transform them to accessories and jewelry. So I have a lot of foreign peoples and friends before even. So I just keep the training because I want to spoke with them and make a meet. And I love my English, even the English language. When I was a kid, I was so good in English classes. And actually, I love the French because of English, because I love in this English. Yeah.
No, I hate French at all. I used to
So cute. So
French.
cute.
Yeah, yeah.
So cute.
Come on.
So cute.
I think this is
It's so
if you,
hard.
Farah,
So hard, but I love it. I love it so much.
if you already have a good English level and you can speak very well and fluently, so and you already connect with Iona and use this for yourself and you give positive feedback. So how such a tool with good English still it's beneficial for you in the Gaza to take this tool and have them for your day to day. The reason I'm asking that because maybe this will give us inspiration for someone else provide their own services, even though maybe they thought it is not important. We can see no, everything's important in Gaza. Anything
Sure.
in Gaza is important.
Yeah, sure. Okay, actually, English now is very important because even in this genocide, we have a lot of friends and a lot of maybe doctors, maybe some in our associations have a visit. So we want just one person have to connect with them. Sometimes in whole association we cannot find anyone. So it's a whole important, okay? I believe all the chances outside Gaza are great. So you have to work in your English just to connect people outside Gaza and everyone, let me just admire it, everyone outside Gaza can be helpful for you, okay? For your talents, for your skills, everything. So the English now is very important for sure for your work, for your skills. And actually, if I want what I have benefit from Iona, it's the IELTS. Now all the chances to have a better chance outside Gaza or even to complete your study, it's to have IELTS. So you have to work on your English, your IELTS exam. Then you can complete your study and can connect the outside Gaza. So it's sure totally important. And everyone I have seen, and he said, I hate English, and in our community that they find all the English stuff, it's very hard. And when I was a kid, all the classroom just asking me how you can speak in English. It's totally easy, totally easy. Just accept it and say, I can do it. But all the Gazan people here said
Farah, do you
that,
have any things difficult for you?
no, I love a challenge, and I said, for everything, I can do it. Sometimes I failed actually, but it's okay. I'll try.
Subhanallah.
I'll try. I said, I'll try.
You support Farah, you support Gaza, and you label yourself as a pro-Palestinian. And this is, how will impact you and your business in somehow. Why you take this movement and keep support Gaza? And right now, we were discussed, you keep asking them, let me know if anyone want to have the access, I will give them, and all those supporting things. So from your perspective, as someone listening for us, white like you, have nothing, no bond, no tie with any Palestinian. Tell me, what is fit you to connect with the Farah and start to give those solutions for them?
I think it's an interesting question. There's a slight assumption, I think, that if you are not Palestinian or if you're not a North African or if you're not an Arabic speaker, then maybe you don't care. But I think for me personally, it's impossible to look at the images coming out of Gaza and coming out of Palestine and not to be heavily emotionally affected. I mean, Farah has gone into detail about the horrors that they're facing. It's a human issue. It's nothing to do with race. It's nothing to do with creed or religion. It's to do with people and trying to help people. And the topic of the migrant crisis and refugees in general is something that I'm very passionate about. It's why I work with Sweet Law Education in the UK, who are primarily working with Ukrainian refugees. In Malta, because Malta is in between Tunisia and Italy, it's been heavily affected by the migrant crisis. So it's not something that I can ignore on a daily basis, maybe geographically. It's something that I'm faced with a lot. And there's a lot of issues that we're facing as a global village now. We have very crazy news almost on a daily basis. We have a climate crisis. We have wars in multiple areas of the world, and I think you can have this feeling of impotency that you can't do anything. What can you do as someone in the West, in Europe, except watch it on the news and maybe share some Instagram stories or write something on LinkedIn? So I guess it originally came from that feeling of wanting to do something, wanting to make a difference. But as you said, I'm in a very privileged place geographically. I'm in a very privileged place by nature of being white, being a native English speaker. And I'm very lucky that I have a company, which, as I said, I see as a tool for affecting change where I can. Obviously, it's a company. At some point, I would like to make money. But in the meantime, I would like to create a company with soul. And I would like to create a company that helps people. And I think if you operate from creating a company that puts people first rather than profit, then you can't go wrong. I might close the company in 2 years if I've been able to help one person study for the IELTS, or if I've been able to help one person describe their symptoms to a doctor. I consider it a success. So yes, the question.
It's question answered, and you help a lot. I'm saying this on Farah's behalf, and I'm sure you add a lot of value. And you need to be aware. You did a great job, not because you offer them, because you're a human. This is normal as a human. This is the question. But as a business, you will present yourself as a company supporting Palestinian, and this is label. It might impact your growth. And you start your business since 2 years, and this is something still considered young in the business. So you accept that challenge, you accept to be labeled, because anyone try to support Palestinian, they will put them as a hate speech, or they will be blocked, or will be You know it, but you don't care, and you are keep supporting them, keep over them, and I take your buy in immediately when we want to make this podcast. You know the cost you will have and the side effect for your support, and you keep going. So this
I
is
don't know if I
mainly I'm
agree.
asking you why, as not only the individual, as a company, you do that, and this is maybe crystal clear will maybe stop you to do some business with some companies.
Okay, it's a great question. So you want to know why, as a CEO, I'm willing to align myself to
Exactly.
something politically that might cause me damage down the line. I'm not interested in working with people who might consider the supporting of refugees or the supporting of Palestinians as something polemic, quite frankly. I think this can be applied to other situations as well. I'm a woman. I'm turning 30 this year. I'm at this age where people might think, oh, I don't want to work with her. She might have a family soon. I don't want to work with those people. There's 8 billion people in the world. There are enough people who agree with me. There are enough people who are pro-Palestine, who agree with the cause. I don't think it's a question of limitation. I don't think it is limiting. On the contrary, I think there are plenty of people that understand the importance of it and recognize that companies should be doing good in the world. So I didn't see it as a risk. I didn't see it as maybe an investor is not going to work with me because I'm working with people in Gaza. I don't care. You don't want to work with me? Fine, go away. I didn't see it as a risk at all. If anything, I saw it as a benefit. I saw it as an opportunity to show that the company that I'm trying to build is a company that's trying to help people and put people first over profit. So I understand the
Unfortunately,
question.
these days it's become very rare to see someone as a human have ethics and have moral. So thank you, Iona, for what you are doing and keep doing. And I'm sure what you are doing is the right because you're looking for someone have value and you want to work with someone believe in your value. So this is
Thanks.
your main driver, and I'm sure you will find better people work and do business with you. So and again, in behalf of Farah and all Palestinian, we are very proud as a Palestinian. I hope I can do what you do for them. So I did nothing compared what we are doing as a Yona for Palestinians. So thank you for all the effort and also to speak out about their challenge and their struggle and keep giving them the tool to be fluent and speak up in the global language, the English, to express their pain, unfortunately.
Thanks. Well, I mean, none of it would have been possible without Farah. And I'm so sorry, Farah, that I feel like I'm mispronouncing your name all the time because the is very difficult for me at the end of your name. So I'm so sorry. I know I'm mispronouncing it. I'm trying. I'm trying my hardest. But no, it's a pleasure. Honestly, and hopefully, I mean, in the mid to long term, I hope to have other languages available. There is something that makes me a little bit uncomfortable about the platform at the minute, which is that it's primarily English. It is a colonial language, and I live in an ex-colony of England, Malta, where the language is kind of an Arabic dialect. It's a mixture of Arabic and Italian.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be producing Maltese courses later this year. So if anyone is moving to Malta, you actually need to be able to pass a Maltese exam. So hopefully those courses will be able to help people on their way to Europe, but also looking at Arabic, other languages as well. So thank you so much for having me, and Farah, thank you so much for the opportunity to work with you.
Thank
No,
you.
you're fine.
Farah,
Thank you.
from this place, if anyone like Iona have the courage, have the humanity, have the moral, have the ethics, have the value, and want to support you. Not you as a Farah, you as a Palestinian as Gaza, but you are Farah. أنت بالنسبة لنا you are the all Gaza right now. So someone want to support Gaza people. What things can do? What things you are looking for? What if you have the priority and you think this is something? If anyone can support us, we need this and this. So speak up, let us know if anyone want to contact you and give offer our platform or services through the online across the borders and overseas, like what you did. What do you think is something is good to have?
Okay, I hope a lot of people have this courage like Iona. I have mentioned that before that lots of cannot work with people in Gaza because that inflation and actually that The environment here is not working well, so they are afraid about just business and their business. We have a lot of people like we need a lot of people like Iona, just be a human. That a lot of people here in Gaza just keep searching for a job, just keep searching a source of income. I have launched whole my store because there is a lot of women have a small store and cannot buy and market their services and products. So I empower them to sell their products. These women are looking for a source of income. Just these women. We have student colleagues need to make a source of income. A lot of graduates need to make a source of income. Actually, the whole need I can see right now from all the people outside Gaza. If you can train someone in Gaza, you can empower him technically, improve her skill, her career professional, English skill. Just speak with him in English to improve her English skills, okay?
To practice.
Sure, create a job for him, even if it, for example, internship with a small company, okay, with a small source of income, but it can help him, okay. These people who have a smaller projects, a small business, empower them. Actually, I don't like to talk about empowering financially because there is trust and there is no trust, and there is also a limitation with financial support, but search so carefully, so careful for people who are working really well in their business and support him financially. A lot of people now have small businesses and searching, for example, startup grants. They need to restart their businesses. They need to rebuild their business. Support them, create the jobs, train them. I think, and I see this is the whole need they can. It's career
So
life.
to summarize, just correct me. So you're looking for someone can train people on marketing, on SEO, how to brand themselves, how to build their
Sure.
website. So this is where they can do their own freelance. Also, you're looking for some people where they maybe can be mentor and coach, speak English, and put them on the right to let them shape up professionally. This is what I understand from you. Also, you're looking for some people where they have already idea and they have their small business. They're looking more for incubator to look working with them and open the space and open the market for them. So this is where things can happen, right?
Sure, this is the whole need.
Farah, we are proud we having you. I have no bound with you, but I'm proud you like my sister. As a Palestinian, I hope to be like you someday. All the love from Iona, from me, for you and for all Palestinian. We will do our best. At least from my side, I'm trying to speak about your challenge to let others to know what you have and what you are doing in order to overcome that. So you are not crying, you are not screaming, you are fighting, you are struggling, and you do business. You are complaining right now. You need market to sell your product.
Thank you for hosting. Actually, a lot of fun, and actually, it's a whole something we can do. Really, this is just raise our voices and talk. Just keep talk about people in Gaza. They need your talks. Remember them. They are not stories, not numbers. They are people. Have dreams. Have whole humanity. So just keep
Wallahi, I
talking
don't
about
see
them.
you as a people. I know this is not something is to be privileged. Unfortunately, this is very bad. But you are above for a human because if you are human, you need you are broken already. You are not broken. You complain. You need market to sell your products. If I wake up with headache, I cannot work a whole day.
It's so Allah patient. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, it's our life, and we need to work on it. Even all these struggles, we need to work on it. So I have a lot of fun, honestly, and it's my honor to meet you, and I have my happiness, my pleasure, everything. Thank you for your support and keep speaking about us.
Thank you to give us the opportunity and the privilege to be with you. Iona, big thanks to the Damoon for all what you are doing and keep doing and being with us today. And you insist we will come and you will not cancel. We will not reschedule it. You come on the time and you did it. Thank you for that, Iona.
No, thank you. It's a pleasure. Lovely to see you both.
At the end, thank you, Farah. Thank you, Iona. And hope to see you someday in person together.
Inshallah.
Bye bye.
Inshallah.
Bye bye.